Nathan Jones, the Southampton manager, right, they are 3 points from safety. They're not cut adrift. They're bottom of the league, 3 points from safety. Danny, let's take this all the way back to when he was given the job. It's easy to say after 4 defeats in 4 in the Premier League, but there were question marks over the appointment at the beginning, including, I know, from you. Why do you think they gave Nathan Jones the job?
I think they looked at the job that he'd obviously done at Luton Town on 2 occasions, how he's good at working with younger players, the system, the flexibility within the system that he plays. But I go back to when he got the Stoke City job. And Stoke City were in the Championship at the time, obviously a bigger club than Luton. And he never found his best team. He played so many different systems. At Luton Town, the first time when he was there, he was known for playing a 4-4-2 diamond. It gave them great success. Players went on from there. Justin, who's at Leicester City, he went there, was a great success. And I think a lot of people looked at him and thought, this is a coach who knows what he's doing going forward, very futuristic, the way he looks at things. He then went to Stoke, tried to implement that same system, but didn't have the players. And he kept changing things, and it just didn't go according to plan, to the point where the players didn't know what was expected of him. I was so desperate for him to do well at Stoke because his intentions are in the right place. He doesn't leave any stone unturned. Now he's at Southampton. He's played 8 different systems against...
Since he's been at Southampton?
Since he's been at Southampton, 8 different systems in game. And against Fulham, 8 players changed positions. And you look at the system, he played a 3-1-4-2 today. And what you're dealing with, you're not dealing with a group of experienced players that can say, right, OK, we've got younger players, but we'll help them on the pitch. You've got El Yunusi, you've got Ward-Prowse, you know, they're 26, over the age of 26. The rest of them are young players that they need help, they need advice. It can't be, we're going to try this system and try that system. And, you know, they're in a really precarious position and obviously getting booed off today as well. It doesn't look good. That's not going to help the younger players either. I really want him to do well, but I was surprised with the appointment at the time. It
screams, Tim, the use of the number of systems that Danny's talking about there, the lack of Premier League experience. If you don't know his pathway, it was Luton to Stoke, back to Luton, and now up to Southampton. It screams of a lack of experience. But it's the one job, keeping a team in the Premier League, that you need experience, surely.
Right. Well, incredible insight, Danny. Well done there. I mean, it is... Southampton is a conundrum for me because they've been a selling club for a long time. That's been obvious. They had a really good manager in Ralph Hasenhüttl. They did. Simple as that. And I know results weren't going well. They bought a ton of kids, a ton of young players in the summer, and they were going that direction. Okay. So maybe the thought process is we hire a young manager to help these young kids along. The issue is, and you said it, and I'll triple down on it, you have to stay in the Premier League. There is no other option. The greatest league in the world, every team wants to be in the Premier League, you have to stay in it. If you're in a relegation fight, which they are, which they were at the time they're making a change, it's so hard for senior pros who have been there to dig themselves out of a relegation fight. So you can only imagine what it's like for these young kids that they brought in who are trying to fend for themselves, who don't have a ton of senior leadership around them to get out of this relegation fight. The right thing to do would have been to hire someone who had been there, who had done that, who could say, you know what, I'm going to simplify this all. We're not going to use 8 systems. We're not going to complicate things. We're going to keep it simple back to front. We're going to play to your strengths. I know you guys are young kids, not going to give you too much to think about. And we're going to slowly start to get a few results and get ourselves out of there. That's what they needed. That's what they don't have.
Well, one of the things I would say about Southampton as well, I was there for 3.5 years. And when we were in the Premier League, they're a really good fan base. They are patient. They were so patient with us. We eventually did get relegated. Now, this booing today, this isn't just because of Nathan Jones and a poor performance. This has been a long time coming. And the year that we got relegated, we had 3 managers. We started off with Paul Sturrock. He was given about 4 or 5 games. They then sacked him. Steve Wigley, who was the assistant manager, was then given the job full-time, and then Harry Redknapp came in. And you had all these different voices. So you had one manager come in and wanted this style of football, then another manager comes in and wants another style of football. And as Tim's quite rightly said, as an experienced player, it's difficult enough to get used to another voice, asking you to do something different, but then you bring someone else in completely different amongst young players. It's really tough.
Now, I know you haven't been through a relegation situation, but just to follow on from what Danny's saying, if you're a young player, like there are plenty of, as you were saying, at Southampton, when the new manager comes in, Don't you want to see somebody walk through the door who can say, I've been there, I've done it, don't worry. I led them, them and them out of exactly where you are now, and we're going to do it. What happens in a dressing room, Tim, when a rookie manager essentially walks in? How can they trust in him?
Well, trust is the big word. As you said, it's huge motivation for the players. When you have a senior, experienced manager, you literally hang on his every word. You want me to run left, guy? Okay, I'll run left because I know you've just told me you've coached this guy and that guy. So absolutely, there's a trust that is gained. The other problem is when you have a young manager who's trying all these things, football players, old or young, will look for any excuse in the world. They will. It's simple. I did, you did, we all do. So if all of a sudden you're changing systems, as you said, using 8 systems, changing your players, chopping and changing lineups, that's an excuse for players. All of a sudden we're not winning. Well, not really us. We don't really understand the system. There's a problem and there's a disconnect there.
Here's another problem. If you're Nathan Jones and your agent calls you and says Southampton want you in the Premier League, you're not saying no, are you?
No, you're not saying no, but I think that, let's be honest, the job that he'd been doing at Luton Town for a while was putting his reputation up. I think he'd mended it after what happened at Stoke City. Then he goes back to Luton Town, and of course you can't say no, but you need to know what you're going into when you get there. And I don't think he knows that just because of the simple fact so many players are changing positions, so many different systems. It's as though he's really struggling to find this identity of a team, but he hasn't got the time to do it.
No, he hasn't got the time. He's running out. 18 games played. We're nearly halfway through the season. They're 3 points adrift, but they're still in touching distance. But as he said there in his interview, low on quality. Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.